Hello and welcome to Master Debatin'. I'm your host, Brian Farrell. For this week's debate, we're tackling a topic that I guarantee has never been debated on this show before. We're asking the question, which TVR class is better, broadcast performance or advanced studio production? Joining me today to debate this topic are two experts who are both passionate in their love for their favorite class. Alex Dwyer loves broadcast performance so much that she has neglected all other homework to just dedicate her time on broadcast performance. Alex, how are you today?
I'm so good, Brian. And you know why?
Why is that?
Because we are in broadcast performance.
Wow, very succinct. I like that. Now, Sam Hong lives and breathes ASP, and she secretly sleeps in Studio B overnight just so she never has to leave the studio. Sam, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great and doing well in all my other courses because what do I not do? Neglect my work.
Wow, we're really just going right in it with those jabs. So now that we're all familiar with each other and our stances, let's just jump right into it. Now, Alex, I'll start with you. Why do you think your class, broadcast performance, is the best class?
I think broadcast performance is the best class because you can really hone in on your one specific skill. You're really working on your on-camera presence. And yes, there are opportunities for other skills as well because we get to choose what we want to do. And you're not restricted by grades or judgment in all the other stations.
Now, Sam, Alex brings up a very interesting point about choosing your position. She says that ASP is very restrictive. How do you respond to that point?
Well, if you were in ASP, you would understand that we also get to pick where we are. We are given lead roles within each project, and from there, each group decides where they want to be. So it's really not that restrictive. And also, in addition to that, not only can we work on-camera performance, but we're really honing in on all the skills in the studio. You can be directing, you can produce, you can be behind the camera if that's what you please. You don't have to just worry about what you look in front of the camera. I can wear sweatpants. It'll be okay.
Now, Alex, Sam brings up what I think is a very interesting point. She said that if you want to be on camera in ASP, you can choose to do so. Now, in regards to broadcast performance, that's kind of something you're forced to do. How do you respond to that point?
Yes, well, why would you take ASP if you want to be on camera when you could take a full class dedicated to it? And we can still do the backstage positions. You can do everything. Who's creating this show right now? We have people on every single camera. We have a floor manager. We have a director. How are we getting put on air right now? Because we have all these people working behind, just as you do in ASP, but you get to decide where you want to go here. And what Sam said about the leadership positions, getting assigned every single assignment, well, actually, in this, you can be a leader position whenever you want because you're creating your own script, you're creating your own show for every single assignment.
But Alex, what's so wrong about wanting to learn about other skills and really like bring some stakes into the game? In broadcast performance, you're just really being graded in front of the camera. That's all really what we're concentrating here. In ASP, you're bringing all the grading, everything, the judgment, and maybe judgment is good. Judgment always gets a negative connotation. That's not the case.
It is the case.
I don't think so.
Why would you want to be
I don't think so.
I'm gonna step in at this point because I could see it's getting very heated, and hopefully we can bring that heat into the next few questions. Now, Sam brings up the stakes of the game, and really, when we think of that, we think of grading in regards to judgment. Now, I'm going to ask you, why do you think the assignments in your class are the best?
Well,
Alex?
I think the assignments in my class are the best because you really get to decide your own, everything is really, you get to decide what you want to do. So when you get to decide what script, what story you want to cover, and it's all about you, which is really what's the most important here.
Yeah, but like, you're still assigned to do certain things. Like this show, for example, we have to debate. This has to be a debate show. In ASP, we can decide if this could be a debate show, but also we could have a music show. We can have a comedy show. We can have a game show.
We can decide. Too much freedom?
No, because this is the way I can flex my creative juices.
Weird flex, but okay. Now, Alex, I have to ask, you're talking about too many choices. So would you say that giving the students so many options could cause them to make worse choices?
100%. I have seen multiple horrifying ASP finals that just did not deserve to be created because people are rushing, because there's too many voices all trying to decide what should be done, when in this, you already know what you're supposed to do, and you can create it however you want, so that it can excel as the best thing that you've ever created. When ASP gives you too much freedom, so some things that you create are awful.
You do realize you're in a major that's all about creativity, right? Just like to throw that out there.
Interesting that you
so
say that,
I
Sam.
really think the fact that we have more space for our wings to grow and spread and develop new ideas really says a lot about ASP and not about
Well,
broadcast
interesting
awards.
you would say that when you said that the biggest thing of ASP is judgment and grading. When in our class, you can really do whatever you want, you feel you need to grow for. You've never TD'd? Well, you can TD and really try it out. Get some experience, and your peers will help you. You've never been on audio? Oh, look, there's the audio board. Go ahead, Sam.
You
Now,
can literally do the same exact thing at ASP.
Oh, but you're judged for it. Are you judged
That's
here?
okay, because maybe that's the extra oomph someone needs.
I'm going to bring it into the final question for today. Now, you brought up the major, the TVR major, and what you think it's supposed to represent. Why do you think that your class is the best class for TVR majors to take? Why should they take it? Sam, I'll start with you.
Newsflash, not everyone wants to be in front of the camera. That's really rude and discriminatory against those that don't necessarily want to do on-camera work. In ASP, you are allowed to do whatever you want behind the camera, and you're being brought to a higher level because, like I said, stakes in the game. Everyone is on their A game. And fun fact, the professor is the same guy. So any attention you might get in front of the camera in broadcast performance, you can get it in ASP as well. I really think we're getting more for our worth in ASP.
Alex, your final thoughts?
As Sam just said, the professor is the same, so our class is just better.
Well, that's all the time we have for this debate. Thank you to both Sam and Alex for joining us today. When we come back from the break, we're going to do the very, very difficult debate of which is better, Glee or Victorious. Stay with us.